Today I'm going to be explaining everything about this little corporate love triangle thing we have going on. So basically all this started back in October when Warner Brothers officially decided that they were selling. WB has been struggling financially for years now, and now they finally decided to pull the trigger. And a few days ago, Netflix won the bid to acquire Warner Brothers, not the Discovery Global part though. Here's a quick look at all the IP that Netflix has gotten after winning this bid. They got Harry Potter, Lord of the Rings, Game of Thrones, Friends, The Wire, Wizard of Oz, and all spin-offs that come with it. Netflix has rights to make content with this IP. And really take a look at all this IP that's right here. I didn't even say the DC universe, so yeah, Batman, Superman, that's all Netflix is now. And something that's really underrated is Tom and Jerry, Scooby-Doo, Looney Tunes. These are valuable IPs. It's kind of inferred that this is continuing the downfall of cinema and movie theater experience because Netflix is very outspoken about how they don't enjoy the theater experience and how they would rather make people's viewership convenient at home. That was until 2 days ago when Paramount launched a hostile bid for Warner Brothers Discovery. And essentially what a hostile bid is, it's a lot less hostile than it actually sounds. It just means that Paramount is going past the board of directors and Warner Brothers management and sending their offer directly to shareholders. So if 50% of shareholders decide to sell their stock, Paramount gets control of the company, they can elect a new board of directors, and then they can vote down the Netflix acquisition deal. The thing is, this newfound money from Paramount didn't just appear out of thin air. It's funded by Jared Kushner and Saudi billions. This raises serious questions about national security and general influences on our entertainment. These are all the Discovery Global cable companies that Paramount also wants to buy, in addition to all the IP. Now, these are known as the trashy companies because most of Warner Brothers' debt stems from these companies right here. But still, if we're talking monopolies, it doesn't seem ethical that Paramount gets to hold these companies as well, especially when it's not backed by the US government, but by the Saudi government. But all of that is just smoke and mirrors because the only thing that's real right now is Netflix and Warner Brothers breakup fees. Netflix has to pay Warner Brothers $5 billion if this deal doesn't go through because of antitrust laws, presidential influence, whatever. The bigger issue though is that Warner Brothers would have to pay a $2.8 billion reverse breakup fee if their shareholders vote down this deal. So if 50% of the shareholders decide to sell to Paramount, then Warner Brothers will have to cough up another $2.8 billion to pay Netflix. This makes me think, is this why Netflix is so confident in this deal? Maybe they knew that Paramount was going to launch this hostile bid and they knew that this was all going to shake out and they might still come out $2.8 billion richer after this. If you've learned something of value, please comment your thoughts and be sure to give me a follow for more content like this.